Okay, Shalom Akim, Kal Halalim La Yahaba Shim Yahshai Bashim Rakal Kudash, and double honest to greatness and apostles. Thoughty how Thoughty Yahshai for the strength in order to make this video, and Yara Tazar, they also understand the intention for this video, man. Which really, this is just an insight into what the prophets are about to go through. And Salakis, the brother Ratazar Rakal Halawiyah, meaning willing spirit praise Yahweh. And when we say Kal Halalim La, it means all praises to. And we say Yahweh, which is the true name of the Most High, of whom the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahushua is the true name of the Messiah, of whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And when we say Kal Halalim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we're saying all praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahushua, which is of course our mediator for Israel, man. The real Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, as well as a speckled bird out there of whom may look like the heathens, but are actually Israelites. But yeah, going to the point of the video though, is the fact that, as it says here, this is by CBN News, the channel right here, it says British evangelist slashed, imprisoned, threatened with death, and keeps going, man. Now, this is done in vain, and I will repeat that point probably several times throughout this video. This is done in vain because we know she does it in the name of Christianity, but of course, really, this is it's an insight into what the prophets are gonna have to go through, man. But when we go through it, it's gonna be an even more severe time because we're actually the true prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Thus, meaning that we're gonna have to go through sufferings of which people of who think they're preaching the truth. I'm talking about Christians here, Muslims, or all these other false ideologies, false philosophies. We're gonna have to go through it, man, in a much harsher manner. But I'm gonna play this video, and Yara Tazar, they don't strike this one with copyright, man. But yeah, let's see what I can get. I wanna see if I can. If there's any point. I won't play all of it, but only a portion of it. But yeah, I think the beginning should be good enough.
She is an ex-Muslim turned Christian evangelist who has been beaten. She is an ex-Muslim turned Christian evangelist who has been beaten, chased by mobs, unlawfully jailed, and even stabbed.
Can somebody call ambulance, please?
Somebody call the ambulance, bro. All for the sake of the gospel. This is not Afghanistan or Saudi Arabia, however. It is officially Christian Britain. Her name is Hatun Tash, and what's been done to her has even caught the attention of the British media. Hatun Tash grew up as a Muslim in Turkey and became a Christian after arriving in Great Britain. And as an ex-Muslim speaking out against Islam, she's become a target. Tash told us she's changed residences more than 50 times in the past 4 years because she knows Muslims are looking for her in order to kill her. One man has already been sentenced to 24 years in prison for trying. Because of this ongoing danger, she asked that we interview her from a secret location. Tash told us her conversion to Christ began when she learned the truth about Islam and Muhammad.
As I read his biography, it was very disturbing to me. So the man you grew up to love and honor suddenly turns up to be like, yeah, not good at all. And decided, yep, I can't be Muslim.
Then she learned about a very different God than the one of Islam.
As you dig into it, you get to meet with a God who is not silent or far or distant from you, but you meet with a God who concerns for you, who loves you, he pours out himself on you. And not only that, he just puts himself on the cross and then says, I love you from everlasting to everlasting, repent and come to me.
Tash.
Now again, that's just another vain philosophy, So she just went from one vain philosophy to another vain philosophy. But at the end of the day, Ishmael and their book, that's in vain, and that will be brought out. Of course, all this knowledge is being exposed, if you do the research online, even just going to these alternative media platforms, they actually got certain people of whom go into the deep research of these books, man, and actually expose the truth of them and how worthless they are. Them having no backing, no substance to them, as much as the scriptures do. Because there's nothing that compares to the substance of the scriptures, man, which the substance is can only be really fathomed, understood through having her Kodash, which means the Holy Spirit, man, in order to understand it. Because without that, you just see the scriptures as just a normal book as well, but it's not a normal book. It's actually a book of which there's a lot of heavy weight, man, especially in a prophetic sense. There's a lot of heavy weight. Now, I wanted to see if I was going to get something, though.
Began sharing this message to Muslims at Speaker's Corner in London's Hyde Park, where speakers climb.
Yeah, you know, brothers know about Speaker's Corner. It's just that place where you got all sorts of people there, you know, Muslims, Christians. You got other camps as well there speaking, man, just debating, man. You know, scriptures talk about the how debating is not to be done, man, because that's really it's all just in vain. You know, at the end of the day, you're not actually trying to prove a point, and then another guy tries to make his point across, even though his point is also vain as well. But there's no actual ultimate conclusion with the debate, man. You're just talking for the sake of talking, and then, you know, if you get emotional, then it can lead to fights. But there was actually a piece that I wanted to get, but on a separate point. Let's see, hold on. Alright, so this is 1 Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. That's the point. So she really, you know, as a woman, she isn't supposed to be teaching. You know, she may have gone through, well, she's under the illusion that, of course, okay, now that she's in Christianity, you know, she's found a way, which really, that's just another demon in itself. You know, she just jumped from one demon to another, so there's no difference there. She hasn't actually found the truth. And anyways, the point that really explains it in itself. Her preaching already shows in itself that she hasn't found the truth anyways, man. If it be so that she is a J. But the point is, it says, but I suffer not a woman to teach. That's the key point. She's not supposed to be teaching. You know, she wants to, you know, go into the scriptures and all, but she ain't supposed to be doing that in order to teach. She ain't supposed to be teaching. So her going out there in Speaker's Corner is all just a level of madness, to be honest. Now let's play it again. Let's see something.
The truth about Islam and Muhammad.
As I read his biography, it was very disturbing to me. So the man you grew up to love and honor suddenly turns up to be like, yeah, not good at all. And decided, yep, I can't be Muslim.
Then she learned about a very different God than the one of Islam.
As you dig into it, you get to meet.
Now, of course, even just that brief point she made there, well, I could perceive it as from a emotional standpoint, because she said that is not good, and obviously that would be based off of her preconceived beliefs, which is obviously her parental upbringing and the society that she lived in, which, if I recall correctly, I think she was born in Iraq or something. Not even Iraq, but one of them one of them Muslim countries, Muslim predominant countries. You know, obviously it was mentioned. Let me see if I can find it.
Biography. It was very.
Kill her.
Hold on.
One man has already been. She is an ex-Muslim turned Christian evangelist who has been beaten, chased by mobs, unlawfully jailed, and even stabbed.
Can somebody call ambulance, please?
Somebody call the ambulance, bro.
All for the sake of the gospel. This is not Afghanistan or Saudi Arabia, however, it is officially Christian Britain. Her name is Hatun Tash, and what's been done to her has even caught the attention of the British media. Hatun Tash grew up as a Muslim in Turkey.
Okay, so that was the country she was from. She was from Turkey. And you know, Turkey there, they actually got a lot of Muslims over there too. So that's the point I wanted to bring out there. I said a woman shall not teach me. I suffer not a woman to teach. That's 1 Timothy 2 and verse 12. But as I said, the point of this video is really just to bring out the fact that if she's the one also being treated like that, you know, being flipping slashed with a knife, which she did mention near the ending of the video, and also being slapped and hit on, you know, I'm talking about physical assault, as they call it. You know, if that's what she's gone through and she ain't even got the truth, how much more the prophets who do have the truth, man? How much more? Let's get this precept out as well. How much more the prophets of whom actually have the truth, man? demons are gonna go overtime to flip him, try and make us feel down, afflict us to really strengthen the heathen vessels when they're afflicting us as well, man. When Nero, of course, makes some certain decrees, so over there in America, and of course all the other rulers who stand behind, Babylon and the MOTB system being set up, there's going to be some very severe decrees, man, of which only through the faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahshua that we're going to be able to persevere through them. Strive for the truth unto death. That's the mentality that we will be in, and that's the one that we have to be in even prior to that time as well. So this is Mark 13:9. But take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to the councils, and in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before rulers and kings for my sake, so for Yahushua's sake, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's sake, for a testimony against them. It says here, and the gospel must first be published among all nations. So of course the truth has to spread among all the nations, man, for those who need to hear it, and for those of whom will accept it, and for those who even to just flip and fly by it, man, which means they're gonna hear it somewhat, but they won't accept it. So for that gospel to spread, which is really the good news for Israel to spread, that's before the time where all the prophets are then going to be gathered, and then, well, I say it all, because, there's still prophecy talking about we're going to be pilgrims upon the earth. So, certain brothers, they're going to be thrown into prison straight away. Other brothers, they're going to be on the run, as a pilgrim upon earth, and they're going to be protected by Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, as well as the brothers who are in prison, they're going to be protected by Yahweh Bashim Yahshua as well, man. As the scriptures say, my servants shall eat. So even in the prison there, even if they try to starve you, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua can provide food for you even in that place, man. And it's an easy thing for him to also release you from the prisons as well. You just have to stay there for a season, for whatever the Most High's will may be. Now let's see, I think it's either Revelation 3:11 or 2:11. Actually, no, it's actually 2 verse 10. So Revelation 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of ye into prison. And then that's what actually happened to, this lady in the video, man. What's her name again? Hatun Tash. Yeah, Hatun Tash, as it said here in the description section. So she's just preaching what she thinks is the truth, and then she's already, as it says here, evangelist slashed, with a knife, imprisoned falsely, by the way, threatened with death, and keeps going, man. So imagine us in the time, man. You can see why when it says in the scriptures we're going to be as pilgrims upon the earth, man. Especially when you're getting all this affliction, threats of people trying to flip and kill you. Yeah, bro, it's going to be on the run, man. But of course, at the same time, we have confidence that no evil shall touch us, man. As it says in I think in Job 5, about no evil shall touch thee. Yea, in 7. Hold on. But let me finish this though. So I said, Revelation 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. So it's a trial. It's just a phase. It's a trial for Yahweh Bashim Yahshua to first of all test our faith in him and our confidence in him, and of course to see whether we fear Yahweh Bashim Yahshua over Esau Edom, which is regarded as men. So that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. Right there, man. Strive for the truth unto death, man, which is another scripture as well. And I will give thee a crown of life. So that crown of life is really our reward, man. That we're going to be rulers, alongside Yahushua, of course, in the kingdom, man. Which is obviously really a gift from Yahushua as well. The fact that we're going to be able to rule alongside with him. Now, of course, we'll still be under him, but Yahushua has provided us that opportunity. Now, I was talking about Job as well, just part of the faith. Yea, in 7, no evil shall touch thee. So this is Job 5:17. Job 5:19. All right, Job 5:19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Yea, in 7 no evil touch thee. So we have to have faith that Yahweh Bashim Yahshua will protect us in that time. We'll go through afflictions, but no evil will touch us, man. Where it's like, okay, all this judgment that's happening to people left, right, and center, it won't touch us. We ain't gonna have to worry about that. Those people of whom are targeting us, that type of evil ain't gonna touch us either, man. You know, as I said, as it said in Revelation of 2 verse 10, fear none of these things, those things. Now let's go.
Tash began sharing this message to Muslims at Speaker's Corner in London's Hyde Park, where speakers climb atop benches and ladders and where vigorous debates ensue, often between Muslims and Christians. Her criticism of Islam has sometimes enraged Muslims, and 3 years ago a man slashed her face with a knife. He was never caught. She, however, has been arrested unlawfully more than once. The London police have twice paid her damages.
Remember, the angels of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him. That's Psalms 34 verse 7. So we always got to remember, man, just because she got a flipping slash in the face doesn't mean we're going to get that flipping slash in the face, man, unless it be so just for a minor, well, I say minor, but just for the affliction, which is based upon the will of the Most High. So we got to always have that faith and believe that Yahweh Bashim Yashai will protect us, no matter what.
Or wrongful arrest, including 2 years ago, when she refused to leave the area where she was preaching. Tash was forcibly marched through Hyde Park, followed by Muslims celebrating her arrest. She was placed in a police van, strip-searched, and jailed. This has not stopped Tash from going to mosque and sharing the gospel daily.
I would simply stand in front of the mosques and then say, Muhammad is false prophet, Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Tell me what is your objections. Hundreds of Muslims just stops and then they want to talk to you.
Hundreds, man, just go. You know how Ishmael be, is that, hold on, brother. Let me talk to you first. Did you know this? Did you know that? And that's how the conversation, the flipping debate starts to begin, man. But we know that the gods of the nations are idols. That's our beliefs. That's where we stand. So we don't need to debate anyone. If anyone thinks that we're delusional, so be it. The truth will be revealed at the end of the day. Then we'll see who's really delusional. Now, so that's let me get another precept as well, because I know I was talking about the apostles also went through their suffering, man, back in the day. So this is Acts 5 and around verse 40. So Acts 5 and 40, and to him they agreed when they had called the apostles. So this is when the apostles were pretty much gathered to court, and the Pharisees, Sadducees, scribes, they were then reporting them, man. So that's just for some context there. And obviously they were gathered and with their intention so that they could stop preaching in the name of Yahushua. So this is Acts 5 and 40. And to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua and let them go. So a key part, because I know I read that a bit fast there. Acts 5 and 40, and to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them. So they were beaten up, man. You know, they were trying to flipping break their will. They commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua and let them go. It's the same way as a parent would inflict pain, you know, through either the belt or the cane or some kind of beating, you know, to impose some fear to make the child avoid doing a certain task that they're not supposed to do, or a certain thing that they're being disobedient in. It says in verse 41, and they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name, for Yahushua's name, of course for us, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. It says verse 42, and daily in the temple and in every house they ceased not to teach and preach Yahushua HaMashiach. So they had that perseverance, man. You know, kind of like the way this woman had that perseverance spirit as well. So of course, kudos to her, but again, it's in vain at the end of the day. You know, she's there going to the mosque and, you know, trying to challenge the Muslims, which you gotta be wise when you're doing this thing, man. You gotta be wise, because really, who we're supposed to really be teaching is for those of whom have the ears to hear, which is Yaratazar, the elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, the 144,000, the 1/3, the ones who are capable of actually hearing this truth. We ain't trying to flip and preach to the whole world. You know, let the Christians do that. That's not our job. Which, you know, as I said, the point of this video is the fact that the same way she was treated wrongly, how much more the actual prophets, man? How much more the actual prophets? So let me get this final precept as well. Now I'm gonna close out. And Yara Tazar, there's none of these copyright flipping infringement. Alright, so this is, let's see. This is Matthew 10 and verse 25. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, which is the name of a demon, how much more shall they call them of his household? Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. So, of course, Yahusha is telling us, don't fear them. Don't fear them, because all the evil that they're doing is going to be exposed. It says that if they call the master of the house Beelzebub, they called Yahusha Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? So the servants, man, how much more? And of course, the servant is not greater than his master. As it says in verse 24, the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. So we know we're going to go through similar situations as these, and we have to prepare our minds through prayer and, of course, fasting in order to strengthen our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Unwavering faith, man. So that's really the point. I don't know if there's anything else, but let's see.
Because she is fearless for the gospel. She loves Jesus so much.
Yeah, as I said, man, it's in vain. It's in vain.
Yes, it cannot be silent. Lord is the giver of life. So when it's my time, he will take me home. But until he gives me breath,
Yeah, she's just playing her program. But the point is, how much more the prophets, man, that are gonna have to suffer these things. How much more? So Yara Tazar, which means you're how willing that you're edified, and of course you understood the video, because the point is quite simple. The prophets will have to suffer, man. Of course, I know I'm just making this video now because it's one thing making a video on it, and it's another thing actually having to endure them whips and beatings and whatever torture techniques that they'll use in that time to come. So Yara Tazar, we have to pray to have the strength to be bestowed with that spirit in order to go through what we have to suffer through, whether it even be just being a pilgrim on the earth or prison, man, whichever one that the Most High wills us to do. So I'm going to end off there. Shalom, Yahweh Shim Yashar Brakatha, and Yara Tazar, they also edified as well. Shalom.